Hello everybody! So, looks like today we've officially completed the main objective of that dungeon, and now what we need to do is get ourselves straightened out by collecting what few quests are still around here for our level, which is probably mostly going to be sending us over to the Igsh, I think is how you pronounce it. Dim frames! The Igsh Military Camp. And I probably need to see if I can forge these. I never double-checked that, so we'll need to double-check that while we're here. And scattering the sparks, since that's a racial quest. But it looks like we're more or less ready to move on. Which is good, because I'm ready for a new bit of scenery, even if this next bit of scenery is probably the most drab of it all. Alright, so deliver the package of necro technology to the necro incubator worker at the Igsh Military District. So for the moment we don't have any proof that Tep is alive, but the activities of his alkites give us cause to be afraid. We need to find out whether Tep is behind what they are doing or whether they are acting independently. Among the tablets that you found is a description of some interesting necrotechnology. You must deliver a package containing this information to the recruitment center. A worker from the necro incubator will be waiting for you there. It's possible that by studying these tablets we might be able to discover what happened to Tep, but even if we don't, studying the tracks he left behind won't be wasted effort either. So we gotta take those tablets we got and take them down there. Guildmaster. Let's see, what was the other one? Was it Rokag? I think it was. Rokag, the North Wind. So beginning your journey. The descendants of the legendary orc are here among us, and we have to find them. Your appearance is not simply chance. You were brought to us by the spirits. All of the Imperial orcs pass through the Imperial training grounds in the Igsh Military District. That's to our advantage. One of our shamans works there, and thanks to his powers, he cannot filter out the weaklings and the cowards. Cannot just filter out the weaklings and the cowards, but he can also identify those who have advanced magical capabilities. Go and find that shaman and tell him your mission. His name is Clang the Forester. Goblin Ball. I think there's some stairs right over here. Alright. And then that's the alchemy trainer. So let me double check where our class trainer, our crafting trainer is. On the opposite side, it seems. There's blacksmithing. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, well, we're making copper boots. Okay, so where do we get that? Alright, so we've already got that. So we need tallow. Can we buy that from you? Sure can. Might help if I'm in the right menu. Alrighty, let's see. We'll just redo. Yeah! Not as bad as I thought. Quite good ones, I say. You can wear them yourself, and here is your gift for the first lesson learned. Upgrader for your next tool. You make use of it in the future. Sweet. Alright, so blacksmithing. Blacksmithing quest done. It only took us 6 episodes or something like that. Could be worse, I suppose. Alrighty. So we need to go to the port, which I think we might be able to actually teleport to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it take me as an auto path and see what it decides to do. Meanwhile, we can start thinking about what we need to do here. So definitely need to get Verdict up. I should have retrained while I was in there, but I didn't. That's always good. And then we're doing the Voices of Light builds. So, increase the number of stacks of fanaticism. So this would allow me to have 3 pools. And so it just keeps increasing until a total of 5, it looks like. What does this do? Reduce the cooldown duration of fervid prayer. Fervid prayer. So I don't have that yet. Upon receiving Frenzy, the damage of your next particle of light will be increased by 35%. Nice. The damage of Chain Light increased by 10%. Chain Light will additionally consume 1 level of Fanaticism, if possible, to increase your damage dealt by 10%. Okay, so it would consume 2 levels then, because it could potentially consume 1 to be instant speed, and then 1 to do 10% more damage. So we're scattering the souls of the dead. It's going to give me my fastest mount. This is the mount I just got from the collector's edition, by the way. It's stupid fast. And I can make it just slightly faster. But I figured I would use this one while looking through those stats, so that way this quest kind of gets completed fairly quickly. So that way we can go ahead and move on. Something else I can do is we've still got these to use. So I can't forget. So the idea of what we just did is we just scattered the sparks of sleeping or slumbering or dead. What are they called? I want to say Necron because my Warhammer 40k in me, but the oh, why is it not coming to me? Arisen. It's like the souls of the dead arisen. We've released them out to the astral to dissipate because it's strongly believed that the bodies of those that we just released are already gone. So while scattering the sparks, I hope this has been a valuable experience for you. Some think that the inevitability of some think about the inevitability of death. Others about the value of life. But the most important thing is that they think. That's what makes us different from the mindless undead, and that's why thinking is our main duty. Dazzling Star. Blinds the target and its nearest ally for 3 seconds. We'll leave that there for now. will auto path to that too. So with the Arisen, it's like they're a race that's existed long before, or at least that's the way I take it. And what ends up happening is that they've passed on and they've had the opportunity to come back, like the prior quest text. This has said that it's by chance. Sorry, that it's by chance. And so when they come back, sometimes they come the Arisen come back still enraptured and being controlled by the being of Tep. Now, past reasonings for why that is, or what exactly that all means, I don't know. But I'll go ahead and pull that out so that way I've got it. You might as well just use it. Didn't take long for my my wheel to break. This thing's just so much faster. This is the kind of mounts and stuff that you would get it in-game when you start doing like dungeon runs and stuff. So it's not like you don't have access to this stuff ever. It's just, it takes time. Unless you happen to get one of the collector's editions, and then every character you get comes with one. Alright, so guarding the motherland. So come again? Speak louder. I can't hear you. So Mariana Premiana. Are you the new recruit? Great. Serve well, and you'll become just like me. Follow this road to the south, and you'll see the recruitment center. Report to Mariana Premiana, Commissioner of Igsh Military District. Oh, she'll be delighted. Let's see what this one's got, because these are going to be quests that are on level. The rugged outdoors. Oops. You ran away. Come back. I suffocate when I'm in towns. I just can't do it. My soul wants open spaces, open skies, and freedom. I'm from the wilds. It's not a clan. It's a way of life. The orcs that don't want to become brutes or shamans or reavers become marauders like me. We're our own bosses. We can go wherever we want and work for whomever we want to. At the moment, I work for the city council. I've been sent here to kill vultures so they don't wander into the city. This is the kind of life I like. Hunting beasts under the open sky where I can breathe easily. Let's do it together. I'm sure you'll see what a great lifestyle it is. Seems easy enough. So while I'm on my way to continue returning to the military that I left, thanks to the attack of the Canians out in the Astral, I'm actually getting back into my military duty. So we're just gonna take some time killing some vultures. It's almost like I'm prolonging the inevitable. It's like, I don't want to go back. But the Empire's needs are never met. Never truly. I'm a real big fan of this track. Of the music out here in the steppes is some of my favorite, which helps considering the locale itself is pretty barren. But the skybox is so pretty, and they just get better. Absolutely phenomenal. Clang the Forester. Alright, so beginning your journey. These new recruits are driving me crazy. One of them's allergic to spider bites and another one's afraid of ghosts. What about you? So you're the one who's been chosen to seek out the descendants of the legendary orc. When I was little, I used to hope that I would be the chosen one. No such luck, I suppose. Let's hope you can live up to your title. Alright, so the Igsh Mystery Stones. Find the 3 stones of Igsh Military District and bring them back and report back to anthropologist Shrinka the Forester. I think they changed the person's name. It's now Clang. So Clang the Forester. Unless Shrink is somewhere else. But I don't think so. Nope. We've had a name change, and then the quest text wasn't changed. To be able to call yourself a true scholar, you must be very aware of your surroundings. As a test, I have placed 3 stones imbued with magic around Igsh Military District. Explore the great area, find the stones, and report back to me. Only after you've done this will I agree to take you under my wing. You can find these stones in the Imperial Training Camp, Old Barracks, and Lookout Isle. Good luck. Collect the 4 IMD trophies for the most dangerous creatures. So, hey, I know you're a seasoned traveler and all, but Igsh Military District is a very dangerous place. You let your guard down for 1 second, and that's it. It's all over. I want you to get used to the dangers of a place like this, so I need you to venture out and kill 4 of IMD's most dangerous creatures. But you need to give me proof, a trophy from the likes of the Squall Elemental, Dryhoof, Speartusk, a gigantic Ravenous Spider, a gigantic Steppe Centipede, an agitated Tawny Deer, Filthmane, and so on and so forth. Defeat 50 blue soldiers in IMD and report back. So these anthropologist quests are the ones that start getting a little crazy. However, this one can be completed instantly, and I guarantee you I'm not doing it. We're gonna complete that one without actually doing anything. I'm just gonna give him some money. Here's your 50 beat up dudes. Alright, so the weapons of fallen recruits. There are a lot of valuable resources in our world, but there's nothing of much value here in IMD except weapons. This is the most valuable resource for any army. There is a constant shortage for them. Why? Because when young soldiers get a sword in their hands, they start going nuts. They let the power go to their heads and let their guards down, and that's when they make some sort of fatal mistake and end up in some ditch with our weapons. So I need you to go out and collect the swords, shields, and maces of the fallen. Clang's reward. Complete all of his tasks. That's easy enough. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you. There's a means of getting out of having to do quests. So like IMD's, what is it? No. Give them a beating. So I have to beat 50 blues. Blue soldiers. You can just right click it and click complete quest. Are you sure you want to complete this quest? It requires 3,675 marks of fate. But I've got 115,000, so that's just literally a drop in the bucket. Excellent. Of course I knew that a red was superior to blues. Basically, I just paid him off. Because that's how we do it. I'll check these in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and turn these in. Alright, meet Mariana. I'm just going to say Mariana at the recruitment center. Come again? Speak louder. I can't hear you. Said the same thing the last guy did. The staff report. Fewer recruits have been joining us lately, but can you believe that not every citizen of the Empire would be proud to serve in our valiant army? For shame. I just know that the League is behind this. They are corrupting those still weak minds. They undermine the great Empire's military might. If this keeps up, then our enemy will easily conquer us in a few years. No, I will not allow our great country to fall apart. I have detailed all of my proposed solutions in this document. We need to step up our propaganda efforts and fight this indifference. Please take this document directly to Oleg Providin at the Old Square in Nezhnegrad. He's both an Imperial Sentinel and a member of the City Council, so he's the perfect man to spearhead this project. Oh, and don't wear yourself out. You can use the portal right over there to get back to Nezhnegrad. Sarang Ankh-Marks will fill you in. I trust this request will be completed in a timely manner. And then bolstering supplies. So bring 10 bronze strips. I don't think this one rewards XP worth anything. We're not going to do that one. Deliver the package of necrotechnology. So, my word, these techniques are considered lost long ago. There is some very interesting information here, and I'm sure we'll be able to put it to the good use. Thank you for your assistance. I'm sure the directors at the Necro Incubator will be in need of your help in the future. Make sure to check back for new orders soon. I've got mail. Blue of IMD. Admission of defeat. Hey, Red, stop this. If you're strong, it doesn't mean to beat us all senseless. Let's be friends. As a sign of our kind intentions, we send you a small gift. We Blues are for the peace. So those boys that I beat up, yeah, they're sending me money. amazing. Let's see. Tell the portal guardian about your wish to open the portal. Greetings. Do you want to open the portal that I'm guarding? Nothing could be simpler. In the past, portals were protected by powerful guardians, and one could only open a portal if they were satisfied the guardian's hunger with living creatures. The historians have discovered ancient writings only a short while ago. The writings belonged not to Junes, but to elves. The knowledge was recorded at the dawn of this world and long forgotten even by the elves themselves. The majority of the manuscripts were valuable only from a historical standpoint. However, several of the scrolls contain writings about the creation of portals and controlling the Guardians. These days, the Guardians are back to performing their original duty, protecting the portals from ruin, and without any sacrifices. If you want to open a portal, all you have to do is ask. And as you wish, this portal is now open for you. So now I can teleport. I want to say it's Old Square. Yep. Just whip out my high-speed mana bike. The staff report. What's the matter? There's a report from Commissioner Priminia. I'll make sure to read this immediately. She doesn't waste her time on petty issues. She's a true daughter of the Empire. And that's it. Just drop it off. Alright, and then I'm going to let this auto-path me to turn in the rugged outdoors. And as you can tell, the pathing is goofy. It's decided that this way is faster than teleporting back to the camp and then walking to the dude. It's faster to just hop on my bike and run this way. Why? I don't know. I'll just take back control. Ha! Not too bad. Don't think I want to be a partner. Don't think I want to partner up with you for good. I'm a solitary soul. I might take off tomorrow and go somewhere far away. Far, far away, if it suits me. Maybe hunt some tigers in the Holy Land. That's the sort of life for me. Alright, let's go pick up some more quests that actually have prerogative, because these IMD missions will literally take the entire time we're here. Retrieves the soldiers' letters from the drunken blue soldiers and return them to Sordus Nomadic. So my head is spinning. I was hit on the back of the head with a blunt object while I was delivering the mail. I fell to the ground, lost my consciousness, and when I came round, my bag of letters was gone. It had to be those terrible blues. If you can get those letters back for me, I'd be eternally grateful. Now that they're celebrating their victory, I'm sure that they're all incredibly drunk. It should be a pretty easy task, and if they try to resist, just beat them to a pulp. Can you believe it? Attacking a postal worker. Nothing is sacred to them. They're monsters. Obtain 12 pristine deer antlers and give them to Igor Zorin. Hey there, rookie. There's no need to be afraid of me. Reds, blues, it's all just a game, you know. We're all on the same side. Comrades in arms and all that. Soon this kindergarten stuff will be over and we'll be right there together in the front. We should drink to new acquaintances. Do you know where to get some liquor? I'll let you in a little secret. The quartermaster keeps an ample supply of booze. You just need to bring him something to offer in exchange. In fact, I know just what'll do the trick. Deer antlers. He loves to make out that he's a big hunter, but he's really just a coward and a skirt chaser. If you bring him some nice antlers, I'm sure he'd share some of his stash. And pin the merciless. Aha! Reinforcements. I've served with the Reds for quite a while, but soon my term will be over and I'll be going back to Zune. I just can't bear to leave while we're losing, though. To add insult to injury, those damn blues recently went on a rampage and killed all of our lions. They didn't even spare the lionesses or the cubs. Fortunately, the work those bastards do is pretty shoddy. Go and take a look inside the damaged dens. I'm sure there'll still be some cubs inside. Gather as many as you can and bring them to me. I've always had a way with animals, and I'll make sure they survive. Them blues are kind of jerkwads. And I can get some letters from beating the crap out of these boys. Alright, I got a letter. That was easy. So it looks like they don't actually make me kill these guys, if you didn't notice. There are some enemies like that. The game will have you beat up people that are technically on your side or whatnot. And so what they'll do is they'll have you do like a quest where you can't actually kill them. Now what stinks is if you've got like a pet class or something, your pet will stay locked onto them. They won't kind of break away. And then if your internet connection is gloriously bad like mine has been in the past, it won't even register that you've killed them or that you've defeated them for quite a few seconds. So they'll just stand there whacking at you even though they're technically supposed to not be hitting you anymore. Oh, like that. That's a perfect example. Alright, so I've got to beat up deer for their antlers. Stunned. Got him. I hope this is fast enough. Got him. I'm going to go ahead and take out this blue. Yeah, those deer are going to get real frustrating real quick. I can mine here because they've got these firefly things. It's like this whole area. So that's what it is. It's like it shows off a whole location that is rich in ore. So when you mine it, you're basically just mining that one. You're mining the whole area. I do wish they kind of had like a node icon, kind of like how like literally every other MMO does, but on the same token, I got to give them at least a little bit of credit that it makes the whole area one giant node and that it's independent to just you. So that way you're not taking other people's nodes. And so while I've got complaints, it could be worse. And that stun right at the end is incredibly frustrating. So basically, it just dies by burn damage. So of course, I try to find the time to play this game right after the world goes into chaos. If you're watching this actually fairly recent to when it released, you'll know what I'm talking about. Bring any word up to it bring any word about it though, and YouTube gets angry. Daddy YouTube don't like it. So we try not to bring too much of the real world into it. Just figured admitting that I had more free time thanks to everything going on. Which hopefully will lead to me getting into an actual swing of a regular release schedule. And with a regular release schedule means that more content. Something else I've thought about doing is that having something to kind of go along with this, so that way we kind of like alternate what's going on. Like maybe like once a week putting up a video on like having a video release on like a Saturday or something. That's me playing something a little bit different, maybe a little more long form. But that's still kind of being debated because I've got to be able to get stuff set up for my computer to be able to run everything, because I don't know if you've been aware, but like for instance, video quality's not been the greatest for the last couple of videos. Hopefully that'll start getting more smoothed out as I kind of get more used to the setup. But I'm no longer using a Windows thanks to having to fix my gaming computer. I had to change out my motherboard, and my license was a digital license, thanks to taking a free upgrade. And so now I literally have no way of accessing Windows without it like screaming at me and having like the big watermark down here saying I need to activate Windows. And I just can't. I can't have that. So I until I have the money, the moolah, the cash to be able to pay off Daddy Microsoft, I'll be running most things through Linux. And so I'm trying to get adjusted to a new setup and how things work, and then the kind of tweaking that's required to make things work. But I am happy that this game runs really smooth. Without recording, it's perfect. I don't have any frame dips or anything. So I'm kind of actually quite happy with the result. Sometimes I just wish it was a little easier to get stuff set up. But hopefully this new setup ends up leading to something much more beautiful and leads to a better series overall. I know that the graphical settings are sitting quite a bit higher, so like stuff's not popping in like 10 feet away. Alright, so the mail must be delivered. You've got the letters. Thank you so much. I used to think that being a postal worker was easy. Oh, how wrong I was. If you must know, I think us communication professionals should be paid extra money for the risks we take. As for your help, please accept this pair of boots. I guarantee they'll keep your feet comfortable no matter how far you have to walk. Well, thank you, thank you. Alright, the symbol of the Reds. Come here, little guys. I'll be like a second mother to them. I'll feed them, keep them warm, and make sure they grow up right. I'm an orphan too, you know. I'll make sure they don't want for anything, like I did. Oh. Poor guy. And Igor. Comrades in arms. Nobody seems to be looking. Give them here. Careful. Don't drop them. And this is for you. Hide it someplace right now. There are too many eyes around. Ooh, a blue ensign. So, report to Maya Shinalina at the Red Barracks. Stand at attention, soldier. I'm Samer Bunab, and I'm responsible for enforcing discipline around here. To put it simply, I'm in charge of punks like you. Since you've gotten here, I've noticed several breaches of conduct already. Poaching, bribing an official, and possession of alcohol on a military base. What's going on? The Blues told you to do it. So you've been caught and you're trying to blame it on others, eh? You Reds are all the same. Lying cowards. You'll have to answer for your mistakes, soldier. You will report to your officer about your behavior issues, and you will receive your punishment. And don't even think about keeping quiet. I will be personally checking to make sure you did it. Yes, sir. Alright. And then joining the Reds. I don't have much time, so I'll keep this brief. There are 2 battalions based on our district, the Reds and the Blues. The 2 battalions are always competing against each other. It helps maintain the fighting spirit. You'll be dispatched to join up with the Red Battalion, codename Lions. The Blues are known as the Hyenas. So on your way to the base, you'll need to kill some hyenas as part of your initiation ritual. As soon as you meet your commanding officer, hand over 15 ears of the beast, and you'll become a full-fledged soldier. Remember, this is not just some game. If you want a career in the Army, you need to be able to devote yourself entirely to your battalion. Take it, this lady's a member of the Reds. Where are the hyenas? Oh, they're behind me. Okay. Might help if I went the faster way. I think what we'll do is we'll take on these hyenas and then we'll wrap up for the day. Because this shouldn't take long at all. Gotta drink the alcohol. Great. Are you going to pick it up? Is my bag full? It's not full. What are you doing? I mean, it's kind of full. Eh. Yeah, you should still be picking stuff up. I don't know what you're doing now. At this rate, this thing's gonna be dead before it gets to me. Yeah, I think it's because I don't have any open slots. Ah, well. I picked it up that time. What's up with that? About halfway there. So what all have you been getting into? Figure the world's kind of crazy right now, but maybe you can let us know what you've been doing to kind of pass time to get away from having to worry about the craziness of the world. Get away from this frightening world that we live in to maybe dive into an even more frightening one. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. I know I definitely wouldn't want to be an Imperial soldier here in the Allods universe, but I know people who spend their free time delving into Warhammer 40k. If you want to talk about a frightening universe to find yourself living in, that's definitely one of them. The grim, dark future. And this has a lot of that same kind of vibe that's just got that World of Warcraft fluffy, happy look to it. And I love it. Hey, look, rookie remains. That's actually a step in another quest. Sweet. So that'll let us... The rookie remains are where we're going to find the weapons. But they're kind of a rare drop. You can end up running over like 15 bodies and not find a single one. Or you can run over 5 and get all of them in a row. It's just kind of all tied to whether or not you get lucky. Because most of the time they'll say no loot, like that did. So what I like to do is when I'm traveling between locations, like when it's having me jump from one camp to another, what I like to do is I will set the IMD weapons quest objective as active, because that way it'll make the bodies glow. And since they'll be glowing, it's really, really, really easy to find them. Alright, so that's where I was. So that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go back to where I was standing, so that way we can make the trip together. And also so I can mine right here. So, I guess the other question I've got to ask is, speaking of mining, is asking if y'all are interested in actually seeing me do the crafting, or if you want me to kind of do that off-screen and then just kind of show you the results of what my crafting has kind of led to. But I think that's all we're going to get into today. So, next time what we'll do is we'll continue our adventure through the military district, and we're heading on to the next base. We might be in a little bit of trouble with a couple of the higher-ups, but I think it'll be alright. Alright, so I hope that you all had a good time, and hope you continue to have the good rest of your day. Peace.